Now, if volleyball's your sport, then Wishaw Sports Centre is where you should be this weekend for the Scottish Volleyball Cup finals.
It's Wishy. Wishy. That's where you'll find the Krawczyk family tomorrow. 4 of them will be involved in both the men's and women's finals, and all 4 are here in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's go left to right. It's Dad, Vince.
Yep. Good morning.
I'm Elaine.
Elaine.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
And Alan.
And Alan. And Alan, of course, you've been on the radio before.
In Germany.
In Germany. In German.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good.
Very bad German, right enough.
You played over there?
Yeah, I played over there for just the full of last season. Mm-hmm. It kind of came about pretty short notice, and they spoke to me in October, and I was over there within the week. My boss at work gave me a sabbatical, and I came back and started playing for Mets again this year.
And first father and son to be capped for Scotland.
That's correct. I didn't get many caps for Scotland, but yeah.
They all count.
They all count. So yeah, that was a nice moment.
Let's talk to the girls, Elaine and Jen. Now, that package earlier on with Hannah Miley and her dad saying things like, I know all about, I know where she was. Vince looks to me like a quiet, shy, retiring bloke.
He's not too bad at home, but when we're on the volleyball court, is a different story.
Really?
Yeah.
What a terrible thing to say.
In what way? We describe the relationship of 2 girls who play volleyball. Because I looked your dad up on the internet, and it's about volleyball. He's quoted as saying, "Is my addiction." Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an addiction.
Is it?
Yeah.
How bad
That's all
is
he
this
talks
problem?
about.
Passed it on to you as well. Has he passed the addiction on to you?
Yeah, in many ways, yeah.
So you genuinely talk in the house. You talk about volleyball.
Well,
Not
other things as well.
Yeah, not all the time.
Quite a lot of the time, especially if Alan's home as well, then it can quite easily go round to a lot of type of conversation about volleyball.
Especially some controversials happened like the week before or something like that.
And you don't have a volleyball court in your garden, do you?
No.
We have been known to put up a
It's not big enough for a full court, but we've had a net up here.
I'll bet you have.
Is that right? Yeah. So come on, how did this all start? I mean, obviously Dad was a volleyball player, and then growing up. Well, no, there's one other child, isn't there, who doesn't play volleyball?
The black sheep.
Yeah.
They say he's the sensible one of the family.
So he's a boy.
He's a boy, yeah. He's the second.
Does he play a different sport, or is he just not interested?
He used to play rugby.
Ah.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's
into rugby.
He keeps threatening to go back as well, but he's never gone back yet.
Is he good?
I
think he was quite a talented sports person. But it proves that we didn't indoctrinate them. The fact that we've got one that didn't stay in the sport proves that there's no indoctrination going on.
Don't let him kid you about that.
So to you then, the one who doesn't play volleyball, I mean, he must be a millionaire, merchant banker, doing something else. What does he do?
He's a nursing student, so kind of.
Good.
So, well, tell us about what will be happening in, should I say Wishy? What did you
Wishy.
Yeah. So, yes, and who you play for, first of all, Vince?
Okay, well, I coach and the girls play for Troon Volleyball Club. And Troon are playing against Jets tomorrow in what should be an exceptionally competitive match. Alan plays for Mets, and they're playing Jets.
Jets as well, yeah.
And again, it should be a close game. So it should be a couple of really good games tomorrow. From a Troon standpoint, we've got 11 players out of 12 who were born in the within the Bow Bells of Troon. Whereas we're playing against Jets, who have some Edinburgh players, but quite a few foreign players. So there's a nice contrast between the 2 teams and the women's game.
Yeah.
Do you at night time flick through the Sky channels and find a volleyball match and go, I'll watch this?
Not really, actually. I'm not one for. I'll watch if it's on, but I'm not a big one for kind of flicking through. But sometimes YouTube's quite good for that kind of thing. If you want to see maybe a 5-minute clip or something like that.
Is your dad on YouTube?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
How quick search?
All right.
I do.
Give me a job to do.
You don't think so?
No.
We don't have telly here for volleyball, John. There's no.
No, you're right, because when you watch the television, you've got these games in Denmark and Ukraine. It is amazing how it's very big abroad, isn't it? Right. So you must hope one day, Jen, that it's going to be big here.
Yeah, I hope so. We've got a lot of youth players coming through at the moment. Schools in Ayrshire are doing really well to bring through more youth players, and we've got a few at our club at the moment who are actually going to be playing with us tomorrow in our squad. We've got Sarah Robertson, who's only 15, and a few more from our college.
And we're the same at Mets. We've got a really strong junior section at the moment. Our head coach Andy Fleming's done a lot of work, and he's developed quite a lot of good junior teams, like the under-16 women. They won their cup final, and the under-19 men, they got to the semi-final of theirs.
Well, let's go. What's he like at coaching?
Yeah.
What's your dad like?
Yeah,
when he's-
I'll give you one answer. I'll give you one answer. Alan left my club at 17.
Is that right?
And that was 10 years ago. and
Let's
he
say we had
hasn't
a bit
come
of
back.
a strange, a kind of
Did you have a
awkward
wee-
relationship
It's
here.
difficult.
Was the air blue? Was the air blue?
It's very different father and son, you know, like...
It's hard not to talk back.
I kind of like, I'm not one who talks back to my coaches, but it was always very different, and it really strained the relationship, let's say, and we're much better friends for not working together.
Because your dad was your coach, it strained the way you got on?
Well,
Did it?
Only
on
in
the Saturday,
volleyball. Only in
on the
volleyball.
Saturday it would do, and after the game on a Saturday it could still do if it didn't go well.
I think I think there should be a bit of a rule. It's like you go out in the car to learn how to drive. Don't go with your dad. I think
It's exactly like
something
yeah,
like
it's
that.
exactly like that. If
So
you
he was
imagine-
better off going elsewhere, I would say.
Well, yeah. So how do the girls feel?
We get on fine, actually. Well, apart from it's the same sort of thing. During the match, there can be a few wee moments, but
Yeah, you get
but we're
put on the
actually
bench.
better because yeah, we get taken off.
But that's not just us, that's the whole team.
Yeah, why don't you say your dad benches you? Oh no, that's bad. You
So
want-
we've learned.
He has a good coach.
So okay, so that's his style of coaching. But when you're in the team, is he very knowledgeable? Does he know his stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's his thing? What's his thing as a coach?
I think it would be taking responsibility for your own play. You know, not backing off the game at any point. So, like good match day coach.
I have a question. It's slightly more serious, and I'm not implying anything at all. But it's that sounds terrible. Is there a danger, generally within families, of parents wanting to live their sporting dream through their children?
Well, I think I lived my sporting dream first.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, you're
So,
different. That's
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah, because you've
So I
done
didn't-
that. But in other circumstances where you've got maybe pushy parents.
I would say that could be the case, and you watch junior football being played from the sidelines, or school football being played from the sidelines, and you see parents push their children very hard when they're on the park. So it does seem that maybe they should just back off. Parents should back off a little bit and let their kids enjoy the sport as much as they possibly can.
So Elaine, how often are you training and playing for volleyball?
Well, we can train up to about 4 times a week, and then we've got our matches as well. So it's quite a lot. Takes a lot of commitment to play, especially we're all obviously the first division and up at the top in Scotland. So it's a lot.
And is there a
of
fair bit of travel? You have to go to other teams?
It's not
We're
too
not
bad.
too bad at
No.
the moment. We don't have the men's division of Aberdeen, I think.
Yeah, but for me a 2.5-hour journey is nothing now, because when I was in Germany it was like 7-hour trips and things like that on the day of match. So in Scotland we generally don't do a lot of travelling, and a lot of teams are kind of located around the central belt sort of area anyway.
But the leagues are national leagues, and there are 40 teams playing National League volleyball every Saturday. So it's not as small a sport in Scotland as some people might imagine.
Interestingly, there's a lot of in the YouTube. Lots of German teams have come up here. Who did you play for in Germany?
TSV Gießen.
I don't know if that one's
They should make.
You stopped there with that one.
Oh, sorry, TSV. If you look for
it's there.
TSV,
It's
yeah.
there.
Is there a
TSV.
Krawczyk?
Yeah.
Is it the Dirk van Swal?
It's something. Somebody Lament.
Oh, that's Chris. He's a
Chris.
There was 2 Scottish guys over there.
Yeah.
Chris is one of the GB players.
We're nearing the end of the programme. I think it's a fascinating story, this. I'd like to get back on this. I think you're really good for the sport. Tell me about tomorrow. What's going to happen? The games.
Well, both the Mets men and the Troon women almost won the Scottish League this year, and were both pipped at the very end. So we should go into the games as favourites against the 2 Jets teams. But the 2 Jets teams are very useful sides, so we certainly can't go in with overconfidence. We've got to be at our best.
We wish you well. Yeah.
Good
So
luck.
Vince, Elaine, Jen and Alan, who all love their dad. Right, well done. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good story. Great.
Good luck.
And Hornets juice. You must do more of Hornets juice.
Secret.